guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Britt, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should, because I talk about geeky things. And today, now that you have seen all of the footage from Disney World, and now I'm going to show you guys all the things that I bought while I was at Disney World, and I went a little crazy this time. So going into Disney World, I knew that I wanted to get a hot coffee mug, a cold drink, reusable cup, and a new water bottle, because I do have a Disney-inspired water bottle. It was for Mickey's 90th birthday, but it is really cheap, and it's really bad. It's starting to peel off. All of the stuff is starting to peel off, so eventually it's just going to be a basic water bottle. And I knew I wanted to get some more pins, and I knew I needed to get a new hat, because when I was starting to pack for Disney World, I realized I couldn't find my Mickey hat that I got last time. I know it's somewhere. It's probably somewhere in my car. It's probably in the way back, because I usually wear it when I play softball, and I usually also wear it whenever I go outside. But I think I'm gonna start wearing my Greendale Community College hat for that. You're already accepted. So those are the things I knew I wanted to get, and I got 2 of those things. So let's break down everything that I got this time. The only thing I will not show you guys is the poncho that I purchased that we got our first day because it was raining at Magic Kingdom that day. That's the only thing I'm not going to show you, because my mother still has that, so I need to go take that from her and put that into my suitcase. Side note, I almost bought a suitcase. I went a little crazy this time. This whole I have a full-time job again now thing has gotten a little out of hand. Anyway, let's just jump into it. So because of my rosacea, the one thing that I always have to wear when I am outside, especially when it's hot and sunny, is a hat. So because I didn't actually bring a hat and I got yelled at by my parents for it, the very first thing I bought was this hat. It is the Cinderella castle with the statue of Mickey and Walt standing in front of it. So this is actually something that you see whenever you are approaching the castle, and I love it, and it's very me. There was another one that I was thinking about getting, and I walked around with both of them in the gift shop that our resort had, trying to decide, and then my mom was like, no, this one's much more you, but that's okay, because I ended up getting that design on something else later anyway. The next thing I got was this fanny pack. Now the intention was actually to get a messenger bag, because I love messenger bags, and the only messenger bag that I have right now is one that I do not really know if I want to keep using or not. So I guess the next time I'm at a convention, which would be Power Morphicon, maybe I'll look for a messenger bag there. It'd be fun to have a Power Ranger one. That'd be pretty cool. But I got this fanny pack to carry my camera. So my camera went into this back one here. My phone, along with the battery pack, which went into the center pocket. And then the little bits and pieces that I needed, like hair ties, my Lactaid, and other little things, went into this front pocket here. And I actually ended up with really bad scratches on my phone because I accidentally put it in facing the battery pack one time, and it just was rubbing up against it. But that's okay, because I ended up having to get a new screen for my phone anyway. Decided to do somersault yesterday, it's fine. One of the things on my actual list, and this is also the design that was on the hat that I was thinking about getting, was this Disney World ceramic mug. So for this one, it's got the 2020 on it, and it's also got representation from all the parks. I lied, it does not have Animal Kingdom on here. So, but this is supposed to represent Tower of Terror, this is supposed to be Epcot, obviously, and then that's supposed to be Magic Kingdom. I just realized, I guess maybe behind the 2020 is supposed to be Animal Kingdom, because maybe that's supposed to be Mount Everest, but that's not what it looks like. Where is Animal Kingdom? Anyway, I like it. It's got this little lid on it, so this will be nice to bring with me to work. And now that I'm making this video, I feel like I can actually start using it. This one was one of my very strange purchases, but I'm very excited to have it at the same time. I decided to get the Monorail. So, and my cat has been destroying this box, which, so luckily I didn't plan on keeping it in here, but this is a 4-piece die cast metal set. So if it's 4-piece, I guess the entire monorail must come apart, because there's 4 cars to the monorail. This is something I didn't think I was gonna get. So my mom found this, but with buses, and my dad works in transit. Both my parents work in transit, but my dad has been working in transit since I was like 16 years old and has made a serious career out of working in transit. And so my mom wanted to get him the buses, and then she found the Disney World trams, and there's a video coming out where she's gonna tell the story, but the Disney World trams saved our lives one time. Look forward to that video when that comes out. So she was thinking about getting the trams, and then right below it I saw the monorail, and I was like, but the monorail. Now mind you, we have never stayed at a resort where we could take the monorail on a regular basis. That is the plan, that is the desire, that is the dream. I do want to stay at the Contemporary Resort next time, which the monorail goes right through. This will look really nice on my Disney wall. I just gotta figure out where it's gonna go. I have an idea of where I want to put it, just because the monorail does essentially connect Magic Kingdom and Epcot. So I was thinking about putting it in between those two pictures since they're right next to each other, since I did it in order kind of how they were built. So Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom. So if you see those pictures, that's why they are in that order, is because it's the order of when they were opened. Thinking about putting it in between those two pictures, so we'll see how that looks, and if I can find a shelf that will work there and not take away from the pictures or from the monorail. This was just a very strange purchase that I was just like, I have to have it now. So this is also something that's just very important to me. This is the Disney Conservation Fund button. I donated to the Disney Conservation Fund a couple of times. I'm very passionate about the Disney Conservation Fund, very passionate about the things that Disney does for wildlife and nature conservation. And I love donating to conservation funds that are there to help and actually help, because there are so many conservation funds or so many animal rights groups that do not actually believe in what they are fighting for. They're just doing it for attention. Whew, that was strange. And so I just really love when I can put money towards something amazing, and this is just much more of a reason for me to love Disney as much as I do. This is not something that I purchased, because this actually comes free when you are on the Disney dining plan, but this is this year's mug. So when you're on the Disney dining plan, you get these free drink mugs that they have lids. I don't know where this one's lid is. Nova hid it. It's fine, I'll find it, but I usually don't use them with the lids anyway, because these are, you know, not usually ones that I travel with, but these are things that you can just take with you and fill literally wherever there is soda or anything that you, like a fountain of sorts that you can fill. And as long as you have this, the drinks are free. I wish that they would just have beer available for free. That'd be great. But that is not something that they have available for free at Disney World. Making jokes. Anyway, but yeah, so it's actually really funny because this one says the Mickey Mouse Club on it. And the first shirt that I wore to Disney World this year into Magic Kingdom was my new Mickey Mouse Club shirt. So this was really fun. I really like it. This is probably my favorite design, because this one is not, I mean, it says Disney Parks on it. Like the other ones are very much like the resorts and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think that's fine. But I think this is just my favorite design out of all of them, because this is a little bit more generic. This one's a little bit more like Disney versus the Disney resorts. So yeah, I like it a lot. This one was definitely a step up in their game. At some point, maybe I'll grab all of my Disney mugs that I have, because I have them from 2011, 14, 17, and now 2020. I have mugs from every time we've gone that I've been an adult. So maybe at some point I'll show you guys all of them. I do want to actually have them up on my Disney wall as well eventually. Still use them, but like, that's just where they live when they're clean. The next one, my dad realized that he had packed really improperly for Florida, because, you know, we live in Minnesota and it's very cold right now. And so we went shirt shopping with my dad, which turned into my mom and I buying the same shirt. But we have this, and it's the Disney Cinderella's Castle along with my happy place, because Disney is definitely my family's happy place. So this is the only article of clothing, and it's been sitting in a hamper for a little while, so it's a little wrinkled. But I'm excited to start wearing this. I did not wear this at Disney this year, but this will probably be something that I'll wear in a video coming up soon, probably, because I want to wear it. It's really fun, it's really cute, and it's definitely a style that I don't wear a ton of, so I'm excited to wear it. What can I say? So I went a little pin happy this time. I basically doubled my pin collection, because I dug out my pin collection today for purposes of maybe grabbing some of the ones that I bought previously, but I also wanted to know how many I actually had. I'm still relatively new to the pin collecting thing. I only started collecting pins in 2014, not my 2011 trip. But anyway, oh, I put down the wrong one. So, but I did go a little crazy with the pins this year, so. I think I spent $150 on pins alone, so at least $150 on pins alone. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so here's my yearly pin. And if you guys remember from my last Disney haul video, we were definitely going to go with a Sorcerer Mickey theme, and that's actually one of the reasons why I drug out my old pins, because I have not gotten together the piece that I want to make them into, because I got this great idea of what I want to make to actually display them properly. So here are my other 2 yearly pins that I've gotten. And so they are Sorcerer Mickey, and that has become kind of my thing. Aside from the fact that Sorcerer Mickey is just legitimately my favorite Mickey, which is weird because I don't like Fantasia, which I know I've said many, many times. Basically, every time I talk about Disney, I talk about how I don't like Fantasia, but I do love Sorcerer Mickey, and so this has become kind of my yearly pin theme is Sorcerer Mickey. And I love that this one is in front of the Spaceship Earth, because Spaceship Earth, if you guys don't know, is my favorite Disney icon, not the castle, oddly enough. But yes, I love this is Sorcerer Mickey, my favorite type of Mickey, standing in front of my favorite Disney icon. So I got this Millennium Falcon pin. I like to think that it is in reference to Smuggler's Run, which of course is one of the new rides at Galaxy's Edge. But yeah, so I got this Millennium Falcon pin because also I just really love the Millennium Falcon, okay? While we were at Disney World, we went to a bar called Olga's Canteen. I think I called it Olga's in the video when we went, but that's because I thought it was Olga for some reason, but it's Olga. So I got a pin to commemorate that experience as well. I don't know why I got this one, aside from the fact that it is still very Epcot-y, but I already have an Epcot pin, and if I was gonna get a new pin that I thought I had a Rock and Roller Coaster one, but I don't. So I need to get a Rock and Roller Coaster one next time we go. I really should have I should have dug out my pins prior to going, so I kind of knew what I was looking for. I thought I had a Rock and Roller Coaster pin. I do not. I even watched my old haul videos so that I could see that I had all of them. Maybe I was missing one, but I'm not. I have all of them. But for some reason, I got this Epcot Mickey with the World Showcase, but like ring around his head. But at the same time, I love it because it's the World Showcase, which is one of my favorite things about Epcot is walking around the world, which is weird because that's something that I didn't like when I was a kid, but I do appreciate it now as an adult, which I think is the reason it exists, is for the adults. Here's the other time when I donated to the Disney Conservation Fund. It's also when I got the button too, because I donated to the Disney Conservation Fund, and then she asked, did I want to donate any more? And I said, sure, and then I got the button because I donated more. But I got this one, it's got Simba on it with the I Just Can't Wait to Be King mane, and it says the Disney Conservation Fund, and I just love it so very much. I also just got this one. I don't know really why. I guess maybe because I'm starting to move into movie pins, because I'm running out of parks, I'm running out of rides that I love. Now I'm just needing movie pins. But at the same time, this one was just super aesthetically pleasing to me because 1, it is blue, 2, it is The Lion King, and 3, it has, for some reason, apparently my favorite line from The Lion King, which I didn't think that would have been my favorite line from The Lion King, but all the clothing that I have with The Lion King and this pin all say the same thing, and that is Hakuna Matata. So I got this pin because I just really liked it. It was aesthetically pleasing. I was actually looking for a Galaxy's Edge pin, but I got this one instead, and I love it. It's so super pretty, and it's just everything that I love. This one was the resort that we stayed at. We were not super thrilled with the resort we stayed at. We kind of had a rough go at this resort. It was comfortable. It was certainly more comfortable than Riverside was. We didn't find Riverside very comfortable. We loved the aesthetic of the land, of like the property of the resort. Super pretty. Probably my favorite that we've stayed at so far as like grounds are concerned, but the rooms were not super comfortable. This one, the room was very comfortable, but it was right alongside the highway, and so it was loud. Not necessarily inside, but it certainly was if we ever went out onto the balcony. And 2, it really didn't have a lot of great places to eat, so not a highly recommended place. It had a sit down, like a table service place, and then it had kind of a snack place, but also mostly just a quick service place. So it wasn't the best place to go for breakfast unless you do quick service for breakfast, which we don't really do. We don't do quick service for breakfast. We do snacks for breakfast. We do usually quick service for lunch and then table service for dinner. We kind of switched that up a little bit this time because we had 2 dinners where we were doing two credits. We were doing 2 credits or table services. Anyway, it got a little complicated this time, so things got a little out of hand as far as like what we normally do. But yeah, so we stayed at the old Key West Resort, and it was a very nice place. It just wasn't our favorite, that's all. Another one of the new rides is Slinky Dog Dash, and Slinky Dog Dash was a really fun ride. It was not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a lot tamer. I was expecting it to be a lot more kid-y. While it wasn't exactly like Rock and Roller Coaster or Expedition Everest, it still had its kind of fun moments, and I really liked it, and it's something that I would think about getting a fast pass for at some point in the future. Here is one of my Walt Disney pins, Walt Disney World pins I decided to get this time. I really like it, and it kind of, it's also Pride-y, which is great because I am obviously a big ally of the LGBTQ community. So I wanted to show off my allyship with this pin. I actually found another Walt Disney World pin that I really liked at the resort, and so I decided to get this one as well. I don't know why I like it so much. It just feels really vintage to me, so I just really like it. I don't know. I have no words for it. It is probably the most expensive pin I bought this whole trip, but that's okay because I like it a lot. So there you go. Last but not least, kind of, I do have 2 more pins that I'm going to show you guys, but that is, I'll explain in a second. But last but not least, I have this Rise of the Resistance pin. I always like to get pins for the rides that I really, really like, generally my favorite rides at each park, or my favorite rides just in general, obviously at each park because, you know, my favorite rides, but my favorite rides in general, and Rise of the Resistance was just so much fun. I'm gonna go into detail in another video at some point about my feelings about Rise of the Resistance, because I ran a poll on my Twitter asking if you guys wanted like ride reviews of the newer rides that happened, and there were like 12 votes and everybody said yes. So I'm gonna do a review on Rise of the Resistance, I'm gonna do a review on Smuggler's Run, and on Slinky Dog Dash, since those are the new rides that I rode this year. But yeah, so there you go. Rise of the Resistance is so fun. The actual last thing I'm gonna show you guys, I don't even know what it is because it is 2 pins. Again, my cat went a little crazy on the box, but it is 2 pins. These are the options. It's a set of 8 pins. And it's kind of like a mystery, it's a mystery pin set is what it is. There are 2 pins in here, so let's go ahead. I've been waiting all this time to open it. I bought it almost a week ago, I think, because this is what, Saturday? 2 weeks ago? Oh my God. So let's open it. I've been waiting for a very long time to open this. Okay. Ooh, they're even in like little black bags. Graham's were not. I bought one for Graham as well, but I bought Graham Star Wars ones. So if you saw him wearing Star Wars pins, that's why I bought him one of these, but it was a Star Wars Mysteries pin set. So anyway, he got Darth Vader one, which he was super excited about, and then Chewie one, which he was kind of disappointed about until I reminded him that Chewie gave him a hug. And he was like, oh, that's right. Anyway, all right, let me see. Oh my goodness. I am glad Graham's didn't have these, because then I would have had to have opened them for him, and having trouble opening these, so. All right, come on. I got a hole in one. I wish. I got a hole in one of them. Come on, out, come out, come out, come out, come out, come out. Oh my gosh, that took a lot longer than I needed to. Oh, cute. So the first one is a Winnie the Pooh 2020 pin. I have nothing from Winnie the Pooh, so this is nice. Winnie the Pooh isn't one of my total favorite things about Disney, but I do like Winnie the Pooh to an extent, so I'm very happy with this. And now for my second one. Oh, that one was a lot easier. And this one is an Incredible Ones with Jack on it. That's really cute. So again, The Incredibles, while I like it, The Incredibles it's not my favorite like Pixar thing, so it's nice to have stuff. It's nice to be forced to get stuff that I don't have a ton of things about, because I'm a big Disney fan in general, so even if it's not my favorite thing in the world, so it's not something that I gravitate towards. Like, I really like The Lion King, I really like Toy Story, I really like Star Wars, which apparently is Disney. I mean, it is Disney now, and Star Tours has always been a Disney, so it wasn't a huge shocker when Disney bought Star Wars. But you know, the things I tend to gravitate towards, and then there are things that I like, but they're not my favorite, so I don't gravitate towards them. So it's nice that I was kind of forced to get a couple of things that were not some of my favorite things. Anyway, so there you guys have it. That is my Disney World haul video. Oh, there was so many things. I went a little crazy, and I still owe my parents some money, so. Let me know if you guys went to Disney recently and what you guys got at Disney. If you guys did go to Disney recently, what did you guys think of all the things that I got? And there you go. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye. Oh my word. I all of a sudden don't feel very well. Oh, I need to go sit down for a little bit. Oh my goodness, this is not good. What the heck just happened?